December 20th, 2016 meeting of the Public Safety Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Alcoffer? Here. Ms. Boyce? Here. Mrs. Conley? Here. Mr. Delahanty? Here. Ms. Harris? Here. Chairman Michike?
Here.
Mr. Morelli? Here. Mr. Shepard? Here. Mr. Terp?
Here. Is there anyone signed up for public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address this committee at this time? Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the November 28th, 2016 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral 16-0371.
Moved by Legislator Boyce and seconded by Legislator Conley. Any Legislator Harris?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To the administration, through the chair, I'd like to know who is the designated medical director, and then I would like to also add that do we normally contract with a facility? I mean, is it normal practice? Isn't it normal practice that you use this contract to be with a medical director, the actual person, versus a facility?
Through the chair, Tim Sopransky, Monroe County Emergency Medical Services. So our contract currently with the University of Rochester is with the University of Rochester, and we actually leverage several different physicians. We have a pediatrician, Dr. Elizabeth Murray. We have Dr. Jeremy Cushman, a board-certified emergency physician, and others who fulfill different parts of the contract. So if we have a pediatric-specific question or an emergency call where pediatrics is needed, Dr. Murray responds to it. Likewise, Dr. Cushman, Dr. Dalton, and others respond. So it's a very diversified group of people who fulfill this contract, so therefore it is a facility contract that people change. The current medical director right now is the University of Rochester with Dr. Cushman as the lead.
Thank you very much.
Legislator Conley.
Mr. Chairman, I need to declare my interest. Thank you.
Okay. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Legislator Harris?
I should abstain because I work in EMS, and this does directly affect.
Let's go to roll call vote. Want to go to roll call vote?
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Alcoffer? Ms. Boyce?
Through the chair, if I may, and I'm asking council to weigh in. I don't believe that the rules of the legislature provides for an abstention. I think the mechanism for a legislator that may have an interest in a matter is to make that declaration, and I think that there's no situation where I think that there's no option for an abstention. So as with Legislator Conley and on Leg Night, Legislator Boyce also, and I know that Legislator Baroth has done the same, state there that they have an interest that that matter is now before the public and that it achieves transparency, but I don't believe that our rules, and we'll check with council here in a second, permits an abstention. So, but I wanted to stop before we got through the roll call vote and address that.
Right. Thank you.
So I feel very strongly that I should not be voting on this because this particular department oversees AMR, which is the company that I'm employed by, and I just think that it's ethical for me to abstain.
You can always vote in the negative.
I don't want to vote on it.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'm being told that in fact this contract does not involve AMR, and that is a separate contract.
Thanks for that clarity. Thank you.
All right, let's still do roll call. Roll call vote, please.
Okay. Mr. Alcoffer? Yes. Ms. Boyce? Yes. Mrs. Conley? Yes. Mr. Delahanty? Yes. Ms. Harris? No. Mr. Morelli? Mr. Shepherd? Mr. Terp? Chairman Michike?
Yes.
8-1, referral passes.
Thank you. Next item?
Referral 16-0372, acceptance of a grant.
Moved by legislator Conley, second by legislator Elkoffer. Is there any discussion? Legislator Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration, last year we voted to accept $144,000 for this program. How much of that funding did we actually receive?
Through the chair, Tim Donaher, Public Defender. Last year's referral was to accept a grant that had a grant period longer than a calendar year. So that explains the difference in the funding amounts that you're being asked to consider today. So we did receive the full amount under last year's referral. This year's referral grant amount shows a 10% reduction based on a reduction in the amount of federal funds that fund the state grant.
Thank you. And through you, Mr. Chairman, how many cases per year fall under this category?
Through the chair, the purpose of this grant is to screen mainly nonviolent offenders for possible referral to several of our specialty courts. Each year, on average, depending on how many nonviolent offenders we represent, it's normally between 1,800 and 2,200. We normally send anywhere from 400 to 500 clients to one of the specialty courts.
Thank you.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 16-0373,
Moved by legislator Elkoffer, second by legislator Terp. Is there any discussion? Legislator Shepherd.
Through the administration, through the chair, will any Monroe County employees be housed in this operation?
Through the chair, Jenny Verhagen, Public Safety. No, this is strictly for equipment.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Seeing none. I would also remind legislators, I would ask that each legislator leave the tablet at their desk, and the clerk staff will pick them up after the meeting has concluded. There being no other matters, the December 20th, 2016 meeting of the Public Safety Committee stands adjourned. Next meeting of the Public Safety Committee will be held on Monday, January 23rd, 2017, 5:30 p.m.